St. Mary Netherton Daily Chronicle, Morning Edition, January 24th, 1926. Good morning, gentle listeners. Edmund Pruitt greeting you on this Sunday as our village awakens to winter's firm presence, with a substantial covering of fresh snow blanketing our lanes and rooftops following last evening's steady fall. The weather presents us with what Mr. Higgins describes as significant winter conditions requiring appropriate caution and preparation. The cold this morning is considerable, settling firmly upon the village overnight and showing little inclination toward moderation as the day advances. Mr. Higgins anticipates the snow will persist through today and tomorrow, with conditions improving toward Tuesday morning, though he notes that winter weather possesses its own particular unpredictability and assures residents he will provide updates should circumstances change. The village green has disappeared entirely beneath its white covering this morning, the familiar benches reduced to softened shapes and the pond's edge indistinguishable from the surrounding meadow. Wood smoke rises in thin columns from cottage chimneys across our peaceful thoroughfares, and the usual Sunday morning activity is notably absent, with most villagers sensibly remaining indoors. Residents are advised that conditions favour staying within today, where fires and warm company provide far more agreeable circumstances than the white paths beyond. The Reverend Holloway announces that this morning's worship service will not be held due to the weather conditions, requesting that parishioners remain safely at home. The Reverend suggests the day may be spent in quiet scripture, reading and private devotion, noting that the warmth of one's own fireside provides its own sanctuary for prayer and reflection. He observes that while today keeps us within our separate dwellings, there remains comfort in knowing each household throughout St. Mary Netherton shares in the same peaceful stillness, united in spirit, if not in person. Regular services will resume once conditions safely permit. The parish council announces that village commerce and activities will not take place today, with reopening dependent upon improved conditions. Residents may rest assured that essential provisions have been confirmed adequate across the village following this week's regular deliveries, and the council expresses confidence that normal business will resume promptly once the weather allows. In matters of public safety, Constable Porter advises that travel should be undertaken only when absolutely necessary, urging everyone to remain indoors where possible. The constable particularly requests that those fit to do so check on neighbours who might welcome such attention, calling through windows if needed, rather than entering homes, to ensure they have adequate coal for fires, sufficient provisions, and are keeping warm. For those who must venture out, the constable emphasises walking carefully, as the snow conceals uneven ground and creates slippery conditions underfoot. He requests that any residents able to clear the pathway immediately in front of their homes do so, noting this will help create safer routes once conditions improve. Dr. Peterson has offered guidance for weathering the cold safely. The doctor recommends maintaining adequate warmth in homes, with rooms kept comfortably heated, rather than allowing temperatures to drop. He expresses particular concern for our eldest residents and youngest children, who feel the cold more acutely, recommending regular hot meals and warm drinks throughout the day, whether tea, cocoa, or warm milk, taken at intervals to maintain body warmth from within. For anyone who must go outdoors, Dr. Peterson advises dressing in layers, with particular attention to keeping feet dry in proper boots, hands covered in warm gloves, and heads protected with hats, as significant heat is lost through the head. The doctor notes that signs of dangerous chill taking hold include prolonged trembling, muddled thinking, or unusual drowsiness, urging anyone observing these signs in themselves or others to seek warmth immediately and send for him if they persist. He assures us that with sensible precautions, we shall all weather this cold spell without incident. That concludes our report for this snowbound Sunday. This is Edmund Pruitt, noting that the evening edition will keep until tomorrow, when a village sits contentedly by its fires with nothing stirring beyond the snowfall. The Chronicle has little to add beyond wishing you continued warmth. Until then, St. Mary Netherton embraces this snowy Sunday with fires tended, neighbours mindful of one another, and the quiet patience that winter occasionally requires of us all.